welcome back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vidz, and this is the Ankle Breaker Podcast, episode 22. This afternoon, joined by regular co-host, as always, Rugby League Round Up down there, and first time on the channel as well. Special guest Shut the Gates, so this is his first appearance on my channel for the year, and just great to have him on, I guess. And I just want to ask quickly, Trev, how you been, and thanks for joining the podcast yet again,
mate. I've been great. I'm very excited to be here. Just keen to break some ankles. That's all I'm here to do.
Yeah, that should be the new motto, I think. This has to be the new motto, or motto, however you say it, but I really would like that, yeah. Rugby League Roundup, as always, good to have you on, bro. Unfortunate about yesterday, but no, good to see you again.
Yeah, bro, good to see you too. Yeah, yesterday was another unfortunate week for my boys, the Dragons. But what do you do? We're gonna fix it up soon, I hope. And we're on to South Sydney this week, so another tough opponent. But hopefully we can knock them down and do what we did in the Charity Shield against them.
Yeah, well, that's right. You know, I think Dragons they have potential, but I think for most of the season we're going to see them have good moments and bad moments. Like I can't trust them yet as a top 8 sort of side. Maybe down the track they'll prove me wrong, but as of now they're just that side where they'll do good and do bad. They're just 50-50 side in my opinion. But before we start, as always, go for the chat, see who's sort of tuning in. So it looks like we've got Nick from Australia. Good to see him here. Got Mr. Lachlan in the chat. Got Luke, Melbourne Storm fan. Jason Reader. Good to see them all here. Yeah, everyone's rolling in at the moment, actually. Been Murray's off Nags here as well. Hello, how's everyone going? Yeah, everyone looks like they're all right. Daniel Bate from England. And we've got Ark who says Turbo's injured. Yeah, we will get into that, actually. Wasn't originally going to talk about the Turbo injury, but we'll talk about it very soon. But other than that, yeah, I think it's time to rip into the podcast. What do we reckon?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's try. Let's see.
All right. So starting off, we're going to go through our round 4 review. So just basically giving our thoughts on the round it was. I think this. Look, in my opinion, I will give my full thoughts on it soon. But just first of all, I think this was the worst round of football this year. I think in terms of game wise and the quality of the round, I don't think it was anything great. A lot of games where it was just either blowouts, or a lot of games where it was just low quality. It wasn't great to watch. It was just I guess Thursday night's a perfect example of that because it was a snooze fest sort of match, and that's not something I want to see again. If you thought Warriors Tigers was bad, well, Titans Tigers are just as worse at this point. So I'll ask you first, Trev. So just your thoughts, mate. What did you think about the round of football, and what did you like and dislike about it?
Yeah, mate, I can't really disagree with you too much. I thought the games were, not a lot. As you said, it's blowouts or just shit quality games. But there was some like the Cronulla Sharks and Newcastle. I thought Newcastle didn't do too much wrong. Cronulla were just way better. And that's the same sort of thing with the Roosters and North Queensland. Roosters were just way better. And again, like Parramatta were just way better than the Dragons. I thought the Dragons really came out to play early, pretty physical. But Parramatta matched them and then just got over the top of them. But yeah, that's on Sunday. That was the biggest sort of terms of margin of wins that we've had so far. So, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah, and well said. Just want to ask you as well quickly, with Sean Lane being injured for how long, 2 weeks or 4 weeks, whatever it was, do you see him coming back in the side anytime soon? Because I look at that team and I go, Isaiah Papali'i, he's playing pretty well where he's starting, and I think they're just stacked in terms of the full pack as well. Like with Lane's injury, do you see him coming back at all, in your opinion?
I would definitely see how they're going in a month's time, see who's coming, see maybe get another injury. But I would see maybe, say Madison, he's just come back from injury. Maybe he won't be in the best form. Same with Bryce Cartwright. You just got to wait and see. But, Sean Lane, at the most, he comes back on the bench. He doesn't come straight back into starting.
No, for me, he wouldn't start. I think Madison and Papali'i have done it well enough to keep their starting positions, in my opinion. Rugby League Round Up, Billy, what was your take on the round of footy it was? Like, what did you think about it in general?
Well, the first game of footy this week, the Tigers game. Oh my God, wanted to turn my eyes off.
Sickening, honestly.
I just wanted to turn the TV off. I just wanted to see what happened. It was just a horrible game in general. Friday, I didn't think the Sharks Knights game was too bad. I thought it was good, but like Trevor said, Sharks were just too good in the end. The Penrith Rabbitohs game wasn't as good as I expected. I think Penrith just ended up getting the win over him. Penrith were the dominant team the whole game, so I didn't see South winning. Even when they had a little good patch moment there where Ilias was starting to look dangerous a bit, I just didn't think they'd end up getting the win. And they didn't. Saturday's games, well, the Warriors stuffed my tipping record up that week, so
Same.
that game wasn't my favorite, but it was actually, in terms of quality, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great. It was just an okay game. 5:30, well, Eve game, that was good. I didn't mind that, even though the score was blowout. I thought it was pretty even in.
Yep.
But the second half, Manly just ended up just kicking him. The kicking game will be. The Evans had a big impact on that one, and well, the Cowboys wasn't too bad either. Outplayed. Same with the Dragons and Eels game. We just got outplayed. But the Storm Bulldog game, that was a shocking performance by Bulls.
Yeah. I heard.
I know. I didn't. No, I know that. I least expect.
He's gone. He's gone.
I
know the Dogs were so bad. Sorry, I know the Dogs were so bad, but I thought the Broncos were terrible. They were pretty much the worst team.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they were expected to do so much after getting thrashed by their rivals like the week before, and I don't know. Just this week, they just didn't turn up again. I thought Flegler was just obviously his discipline was costly, and
terrible.
I don't know about you, but I thought Reynolds was quiet again. I don't know what his input.
I can't disagree, but at the same time, he's still feeling his way around the team, and he scored the only how many tries he scored? But he scored one of the tries.
Yeah.
For him, there's not much. He's got to get the forwards going forward, and they're just not going forward when they're in the sin bin. So,
sure.
But there's definitely room for improvement for the Broncos.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, look, just my take in the round, it was quickly as well. Hopefully, Rugby League Round Up's all good and comes back soon. But just to warn the chat, he's on his mobile data at the moment, so it may not be perfect. Before I start, he's back. Just let me bring him in. Rugby League Round Up, you good, bro?
He's back, but for how long?
Oh, it looks clearer. You there?
Yeah. Sorry, lads. My connection is just bullshit over here. So I'm on the edge right now.
He's back.
I'm about to kick my chair. I'm about to break my controllers. But hopefully I can stay here for the rest of the show without getting any interruptions.
Look, I will say it's not as bad as what other people's connections are. Just put it that way. It's all right.
Oh, shots fired at Warriors and NRL fanatics.
Oh, poor fanatic, honestly. Poor fanatic. Anyway, I heard, Billy, I heard what you mostly said about the round and your thoughts on it. So thanks again. I was going to ask you quickly as well. what did you make of what's it called, hook dropping? What's it called? Amon and Sloan before the game and putting Jack Bird at 5'8" and Mozambique at fullback. I think it was a dumb move because those players are playing their national positions. I mean, Mbo's not a real fullback. He's only there really filling because of injury, but for some reason Cook decided to move Sloan and put him at fullback. And Jack Bird goes all right at 5'8", I reckon, but I think he's going a bit too big and too slow to play that role now. He's definitely transformed to a back row more than anything. But what did you think about it, like that move?
Well, a lot of problems with that move, I thought.
Yeah.
But his defense was pretty dead. But still, Sloan would have performed much more with much more energy and much more passion than Moses Mbai, and Jack Bird is not fit for 5'8", in my opinion. He can play anywhere. Yeah. And, even though I thought he was okay at 5'8", he did some good stuff. He missed 8 tackles, which proved how sloppy his defense was. So, yeah, I don't think 5'8" is his position, but, he did okay.
Yeah, I will say that Moses Mbai did come up through the grade as a fullback, and and he only got moved at the Dogs. So then he got moved to a halfback later on when Ben Barber and that came. Oh, after Ben Barber left, yeah. And then when he went to the Tigers, and that's when he played in the halves. But he was a fullback. But I would say that his days as a fullback has passed him. But he can still play there.
Yeah, no, I agree. He's more of a stopgap more than anything to play that role. If there's injury or something like that. But I don't know. I don't think he handles the high ball well. Because I had a feeling that Moses would target him with the high balls, and he did. And I don't think Mbai handled it too well. And
yeah, bro, he shit himself. He shit himself.
Yeah, basically,
I would say handled it better than Tessie New. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. I mean, Tessie New was. I don't know what happened with him.
Put up a bomb and he can't catch it.
Well, if you're a fullback, you have to be able to catch those little kicks. But yeah, far out. Anyway, just going to say quickly, I think the round of footy was not great. Like I said, I don't think it was anything perfect. Obviously, it was good to see my boys Manly get the win. Much better performance this time around. I think the last 3 weeks we beat Dogs the week before. I don't think that's something I can be proud of, that win personally. But we're a bit better today, or Saturday, I should say. Our forwards were a lot better. I thought LIA influenced other players to do their work, and DCE, Turbo, they all played pretty well. So I'll take the win, and it was good to get in front of the Mudgee sort of fan base you have there as well. So I enjoyed that. But round of footy in general was a bit, worst one so far. I mean, on Sunday I got 2021 vibes again on Sunday because of the blowouts. Really, I did. That's how bad I really thought Sunday was. But anyway, hopefully when it's set it again. But knowing the competition, you never know. All right, we'll move on to the second topic now, and this is where we sort of get a bit controversial. So, Tom Flegler, again, charged with 4 offences. So I believe he just came back from being suspended as well. I think he came back from being suspended last year, and Saturday was his first game back as well from that suspension. And again, he found himself into trouble with 4 offences. I missed the first 2 because I was out not watching the game, but I saw the cannonball tackle he did on what's his name, Masila, and that's it's pretty serious offense. That's pretty serious.
The hip drop tackle
because what. Oh, hip drop. Yeah, no, sorry, hip drop. For some reason, I thought it was cannonball, but you're right, it was hip drop because now I'm remembering it now. But yeah, that's still pretty bad. But yeah, look, I don't know. Flegler's was like I was saying in the green room to Trev before. I think Flegler and his suspensions or the penalties he gave away was really costly for the Broncos' loss on Saturday. It did not help his side at all. But I'll start with you this time, Rugby League Round Up. How long do you think Tom Flegler missed for that hip drop on Ben Masila?
Well, they're cracking down pretty hard on it. They gave Footy Mayono 6 weeks in a trial game. I don't know. I just don't. I didn't think it was as bad as people thought it looked. I mean, they put Patrick Carrigan in a knee brace for the exact same tackle. So now Patrick Carrigan's gone for a couple of weeks, but the person who did the hip drop tackle on Patrick Carrigan is not being talked about. And Tom Flegler got sin-binned for the same offence as the Warriors player. I can't remember the Warriors player that did it, but I remember he did it on Carrigan. And yeah, I don't know. If one gets suspended and the other doesn't, I don't think it's fair. But that's probably the way NRL's going to be. He'll probably get a couple of weeks if they do suspend him. I mean, he got 4 offences, so he could get a lot more weeks if they crack down on him. But yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 weeks, maybe 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, 4 offences, and he's lucky to escape any of them. So I think what you said then, 3 weeks is fair enough. Trev, how long do you think Flegler should miss for a hip drop, in your opinion? What's the most worthy length of suspension he should get?
First of all, I just want to say Flegler, what a loser. Why is he 4 offences in one game? What an idiot. Yeah. But I will say that I don't think that hip drop tackle was even really, people are going to say, oh, it's the worst thing ever. I don't think it was actually that bad. I thought it was an accident. I thought he just went for the tackle and just dropped as sliding around the legs tackle. And the guy stopped. I didn't think the tackle was actually that bad. But in saying that, he'll probably get a month to 5 or 6 weeks on the sideline for 4 offences. How many offences do you want in one game? It's got to be a record. What a loser!
Well, it was one offence for getting sent off.
Idiot.
Yeah, bloody what's it called? Jack Hetherington stuff there, far out, honestly.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm just trying to think. What was the first one he did? Because I missed that one. What was the first he did? Does I remember?
I think it was a late hit.
Late hit. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, knowing what the NRL's been like this year of late hits and everything, he probably will miss a couple of games for that. That's guaranteed if it was late. So he'll probably miss about 2 weeks for that if it's a late hit. Not Hastings. Someone else did. It was Wilson. Wilson did the exact same thing on Moses a couple of weeks ago. So he's missing about 3 or 2 weeks.
No, he didn't get anything, did he?
Got nothing.
He played last week.
But did he not?
Yeah, he did.
He played this week, just gone.
Well, how does that work then? I thought he was going to
maybe he got 1 week, but I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure, but look, either way, 4 offences. He'll be lucky. 4 offences. He'll be lucky to escape any of them, like I said. But for me personally, if it was a hip drop, doesn't matter intentional or not intentional. He still will miss weeks, I think, and I reckon the maximum should be 2 weeks. I think. The more concerning thing was that Ben was slow really walk at the end, but he'll be fine now. It's just one of those things that happen when you first get the hit. But yeah, Flegler will miss a couple of weeks for sure. I think Wallace was like the worst thing, just about how he needs to approach a game without getting suspended from now on. And I don't know. I can't see Flegler being back in that Broncos side for a while, especially with discipline the past past year or so. It hasn't been good. I can't see him coming back.
Yeah. Also, bro, may I say, with all due respect, the referee that refereed the game, I'm pretty sure it was Chris Sutton. I have no respect for Chris Sutton. I hate him. I despise him. I can't stand him. He's at this point to me, the referee with the last name Sutton is just disrespectful. It's horrible.
Hate him.
Well,
blood feud.
It's always the Suttons. What Sutton's ever good in terms of reffing? You tell me. Who? What Sutton?
Yeah.
What do you do? Well, I will say in the chat, I've never seen Warriors NRL fanatics so fired up.
Yeah, I noticed that actually. Yeah, he's talking about Tavaga. Yeah. What's this?
I remember when, wasn't in one of Nick's videos. I remember in one of Nick's videos they did a ranking video. I think it was with Locks, and he said he was trash, and I think Fanatics just lost it. And so he fires up over Jazz.
He loves him.
Oh, look, he's a Warriors fan. I mean, I don't blame him personally.
Who's your favourite
but,
Warriors
yeah.
player, NRL Fanatics?
I believe it's Reece Walsh. I believe it is.
What if it was Ewan
Obviously,
Aiken?
I hope it's Walsh.
Yuck.
Ewan Aiken. Far out. I don't know about him. I don't think he's a back rower personally. I think he's wasted there.
He's just okay. He's just an okay player.
He's okay. I mean, I think most of his best is behind him. Most of his best is behind him, I think. But anyway,
yeah.
Just going to answer this
2018
question
Dragons.
quickly. Yeah, that's when he was last really good. Christy says, "What do you think about the Pan Point try? That was bloody brutal." We'll talk about that actually. I was thinking about that a couple of days ago, and I think it was fair. I think it was personally. I don't know what you think about it, but Trev, I ask you, what was your take on that?
Yeah, I think I agree with Christy here. This was complete unlucky. It was it 8-point try, probably, but it's just so unlucky to put your foot in someone's face by accident. Like, obviously, he didn't mean it. He was trying to stop the try and trying to put out his foot to stop the try, but he didn't mean to kick him in the face. But it is what it is. 8-point try.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen people say it's not a deliberate act of foul play, which I agree with, but still, I mean,
I don't think it was deliberate.
Still makes sense. No, it wasn't. I mean, it's just one of those things where you're in that position to try and make a tackle, but you get it wrong. It happens. But Billy, quickly, your thoughts?
8-point try, probably. A bit unfortunate for Lachlan Ilias. I mean, yeah, like Trev said, he's just gone in to make a tackle, and he ended up in an unlucky position for Taylor May, who got kicked in the face by accident. But he didn't get suspended, which I'm completely fine with. I think he got fined, but yeah, that's probably okay. But unfortunate for Ilias, he'll probably take that into account. Maybe not try and dive in with legs. Maybe go in with your try and tackle motion. But I don't think he meant to kick him, so I'm not going to blame him.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, moving on to the third one now. This is a bit interesting because it was around April Fool's when this rumor came out. So I don't know what to believe. Seriously, around this time, you can't believe anything at the moment with the jokes and everything. But it came out on one of the Warriors' well-known pages. It came out on that Daily Telegraph, and maybe there is truth behind it, but there could be just all bullshit at the same time. But anyway, we'll discuss it if it was to be true. And that is Mitch Barnett, as we know, the Knights player, forward. He apparently might quit Newcastle. And that's what I was reading. He might quit Newcastle, might sign the Warriors mid-season because apparently he has a good relationship with Nathan Brown. And to me, I find it very weird. I've got a lot to say on it, but I'll start with someone like you first, Trev. I don't know if you've heard it lately, mate, but what do you think about it if that was to happen? Barnett to Warriors, does it make any sense at all?
Well, where did this come from? All of a sudden, the guy elbows some bloke and he's linked to the Warriors. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I don't get where it's come from at all. And next of all, you can't just quit. You can't just quit a team. You have to be you have to have a release. You have to ask for a release. Like, this has all got to be done within, proper terms. You can't just say, "Oh, see you later." Sonny Bill couldn't play for 3 years. That's
right.
You can't just quit a team. If he decides to quit, he won't be allowed to be re-signed with another club until Newcastle say so, or the contract runs out. Would it be a good pickup for the Warriors? I don't know. They're probably a little shallow in the back row, so that would be a good pickup, especially with Ewan Aiken leaving at the end of the year or whenever they go to New Zealand. That's weird that he's just leaving them, but yeah, it probably would be a good pickup. I think he's a good player.
Yeah. Rugby League Round Up. Hang on. I think he's frozen somewhere for some reason.
Yep. Again. I just lost my shit so hard. I just lost it so hard right now.
Don't worry, bro.
We're talking
Don't
about
worry. Just but,
Mitch Barnett.
yeah.
Mitch
I
Barnett.
want to hear your yeah. I want to hear your thoughts on it. Do you think there's any truth behind it? Do you think it'd be a good pickup? What's your thoughts?
If it's true, good signing for the Warriors. I don't really mind him as a player. I think he's a decent player when he has good games, but it's about maintaining his consistency without getting suspended or without making stupid tackles like he did against Penrith. But other than that, I'm happy. But why? There must be a problem inside there at Newcastle that made him want to leave. There's got to be some problem there for him to leave, because you're not just going to leave without no reason unless he just doesn't like the club at all. But no problem with it.
Yeah, look, I don't know. It's very weird in my opinion. But before I get into my thoughts, looks like Fanatics has asked a question to Trev here in the comments. I just read now, and just get it up quickly.
I see it here.
Thoughts on Mitch Moses to start the season?
Fantastic. I think it's been pretty fantastic. I think Parramatta have started quite well. I think his kicking game has gone to another level. I think he's seen Cherry Evans kick the way he kicked on Saturday night and said, I'm going to try to do better on Sunday. And I think he almost did. It's I think he's been fantastic. But I think the only reason he's going better this year is because Dylan Brown is also rising to the next level. But both of those halves are playing fantastic at the moment. Great start of the season.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
He's named number 9. But look, my thoughts on the Barnett thing. It can be really bullshit. I don't know what to believe, but I don't think the Warriors need someone like Barnett. I mean, he's a quality player, and yes, he is a good pick for any club at this rate if he was to leave Newcastle. But I don't think it's what the Warriors need. And they've got Moroni and Corey coming in there next year. They've got Katoa, Harris, a couple of other back rowers, forwards they've got. So they've got enough depth in that position, I believe. There's no real need to sign him. Plus, like we've all said as well, it would be pretty weird for him just to quit Newcastle just like that straight away as well. I mean, quitting a club is something I haven't heard of for a while, and I think there would be definitely consequences if he was just to run out the large contract just like that. So I don't know what to believe, but I think it's a very weird rumor going around at the moment. So just go away for a couple of days, I think, to see how it all goes, really, and then we'll know if there's any truth behind it. But as of right now, I really think it's a waste of time. And there goes Rugby League Round Up. But he's back soon. All right. On to the fourth and second final topic. Now, this is one that, I was thinking about talking about it. I was thinking about, should we talk about it, should we not? Because it's just, I've already heard enough about it, and we really should just honestly move on, I think, from the whole thing. But on Friday, Latrell Mitchell obviously accidentally kicked the ball out into touch and unfortunately hit one of the elderly people, an old woman in the crowd. And just really the question is the fans overreacting about it? Because after the game he handed his boots over to the person as well, so it's really not something that we should all rave on about. But I'd like to ask you quickly, Trev, do you think the fans are carrying on about it, and just is it worth really talking about?
Not really. Oh geez, he's back. But no, I don't. It's a no need for it. No need to talk about it at all. If you sit in the front row of the football, it doesn't matter whether you're a 2 or 200, 90, 95, or 15. If you sit there, you got a chance to get hit in the face with something. That's she took the chance to sit there and she get hit in the face. It is what it is. Latrell Mitchell, nice enough, went and gave her the boots and everything like that, but which was really nice of him. But you sit the front row, you run the risk. It's like going to cricket and sitting at the hill. You're a chance of getting a cricket ball if you're not watching.
Well, that's right. I mean, like I think you make a good point there. Like when you're close to the action, you know, you have to expect things like that to happen. I mean, it's unfortunate to hit an elderly person as well, but you know, it happens. I mean, it happens probably one out of Well, it's always what's going to happen. I think if it happens,
Is that the first time it's happened?
about
It's the first time it's happened this year. And if it hit like a
Yeah.
25-year-old guy, no one would even care.
Yeah, exactly.
She should
But
be sitting in
because
the
it was
stands
old-
if she doesn't care, if she doesn't want it.
Yeah, but because an old person, everything about it, but it's not really worth talking about too much. But Billy, your thoughts on it?
Nice by Latrell. I mean, you know, giving back to the old woman. You know, I would have done that for anyone, to be honest. They got in the face, but I wouldn't have given them my boots. I probably would have signed their jersey or something. But you know, I think very generous. But at the same time, like Trev said, would he have cared if it was a young 20-year-old, maybe 25-year-old man that's just sitting there with a beer and just got hit in the face from a grubber kick? That's the question? Would he have? And I don't know if he would have. Look, I've seen him give back to the community a lot, and he tends to do that, and that's good. And he, you know, there's people that probably think he's a grubby player from NRL incidents that he's had, or a good player but just aggressive. But if we forget about the footy for a second, he's probably one of the nicest people
Yeah,
in NRL community. So, yeah, look, I think it's generous, but the question is, would he have done it for a younger man or a younger
Yeah, he's a good guy.
woman?
He's a good guy.
look. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he is, but just to keep it nice and sweet, I think. Look, it's an accident. Accidents happen. There's not much you really do about it now. At least he went up and apologized. That's the main thing. Everyone's carrying on about it a bit too much. I think at least he just sort of go back to boots and whatever. But yeah, no, it's an overreaction by everyone, I think, and saying that he's a grub for doing that. But look, like Trev was saying, you know, it's not the first time it's happened. And obviously you take a risk when you're sitting that close to the action as well. I mean, you know, you're going to get hit by something if that close anyway. So, look, it's not really a big thing, not really a big deal, but yeah, just thought I'd bring that up quickly to see what we're thinking. But just lastly, before we get into the last topic, after this news that happened before we got on here, I'd just like to ask you both quickly, just give me a yes or no. Just give me a yes or no. Like, will Manly win any games without Tom Trbojevic in the first or opening? No, sorry, not the opening. In the next 4 weeks, because in the next 4 weeks, Manly play Newcastle, they play Gold Coast, they play Cronulla, and they play South. So that's the next 4 games Manly have without Turbo. So just a quick yes or no from both of you. Do you think Manly will win any games without Tom? I'll ask you first, Billy. What do you think?
Yes, they'll win probably. I'm going to go with the game against Newcastle this week and Gold Coast. Yeah.
All right. Trev, what do you think?
Yeah, they'll win. They'll probably win 2, but I think they'll be a better team for it when he comes back.
Yeah, I agree. We should be all right with that, Tom. I mean, I was saying this before. I think, you know, after another preseason, surely we've adapted to a new sort of playing style without him, because I think it's you know, it's pretty well documented before that. You know, we don't really seem to score enough points without Tom, or we don't play to the same without him. But look, it's another off season now. Hopefully, we've sort of, you know, worked on the structure of a couple of things without him and that. So hopefully, there's a plan, and I'm sure we do have some sort of way to play around it. But look, we should be all right. I expect us to win a couple of games as well. All right, and on to the very last topic now. So, of course, we end off with our team of the week for I don't know why it says round 3, but anyway, it's round 4 that we end with team of the week, basically. So just want you lads to both give me a team of the week and your player of the round. So I'll start with you first, Trev. What's your team of the week for round 4, and who's your round?
All right, I'll give you my team of the week, just 1 to 13. Is that cool? Or do you want
Yeah,
four
sure, why not?
interchanges? All right, so we got Pappenhausen at fullback, Waka Blake and Taylor May on the wings. And then I got Tago, and Talakai in the centers. But you can put Joey Manu in there if you need to. And then at 6, I would put Brown probably as a 6 and Moses as 7, but I would love to put, Moses and I think Cherry Evans deserves to be in there as well. So if I could put them as halves, I would love to. Junior Paulo and Alawai on the front row. Reed Marnie, hooker. I didn't see the Bulldogs Melbourne game, so I'll have Josh Curran, Okalatu in the back row, and Radley at lock.
Yeah, well said. And I was just going to say, Trev, as well, you can have both Moses and DC. I should have mentioned before that you're allowed to have anyone where you want them to. I should have mentioned that before.
Okay. Moses can play 6.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. And also, I was going to say as well, you can add a bench. You can also add a bench, but don't worry about it if you don't have one.
Yeah. Cherry Evans 4 bench spots, or Dylan Brown 4 bench spots.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Round up. What's your team looking your play of the round?
Player of the round, Joseph Manu. Well, I'll get just Joseph Manu. Wow, holy crap! That was something different. I've never seen that. I thought he was a big factor, very big factor in Roosters' win. I'm hoping before I go check the daily endpoint system, I'm hoping he got 3 points because I think he deserved it. He set up Victor Radley. He set up Kevin Naguama for tries, and I think he scored 2 himself. So that's really good, and I'm pretty sure he got over 100 meters, and I think that's for sure. But yeah, he's my player of the round. My team, fullback Ryan Pappenhausen. My wingers are Xavier Coates and Taylor May. My centers are CSC for Talakai and Joseph Manu. Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown are my halves. In the front row, Adam Fanua, Blake, Payne Haas. Number 9, Reed Marnie. My second row is Kenny Bromwich and Isaiah Papali'i. And my lock is Isaiah O. And my bench is Harry Grant, Victor Radley, Aiden Tolman, and Dylan Edwards.
Yeah, no, that's a good team, actually. That's pretty solid. That's not too different from mine either. Going through mine quickly. So my fullback and my team around, I should say first. And my fullback, I've got Ryan Pappenhausen. Wingers are Wagga Blake and Jesse Arthurs. The centers are Joseph Manu and COC of the Talakai. Easily the best player of the round as well, I must say. My halves are Mitchell Moses and Daly Cherry Evans. My props are Anfanua Blake and Junior Paulo with Reed Marnie being the hooker. And my back rows are Britton Nakora and Kenny Bromwich. My lock is Isaiah. And on the bench, I've got Dylan Brown, Reece Walsh, Braden Hamlin-Ueli, and Josh Aloye make up the bench. And like I said before, my play of the round is COC Talakai. Had a great game, probably his best game of his career so far from what I've seen. And I really think he should be a centre going forward, Talakai. I think he has a lot there and had a great game. But we've gone a bit over time, but it doesn't matter. It was still a great podcast, and that really brings an end to the show. I really do appreciate your watching, and I appreciate you as well, Trev, being a special guest this afternoon. It was great to have you on, and we'll look forward to getting you on again on the channel.
Yeah, definitely. Just call me up. You know where to find me. Shut the gates. Subscribe to that on the YouTube, and thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, no worries, Trev. And Rugby League Round Up, as always, good to have you as the regular co-host. And thanks again for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks, bro. Sorry for the shit internet in this area. You know, I've just been having crappy internet for the last 10 weeks. So, thank you, Trev, for joining.
No worries.
I really do thank you. I was definitely hoping for you to get on, and I'm glad you did. So thank you, bro.
Oh, no problem at all. Happy to come on for you fellas.
And both Trev from Shut the Gates and Rugby League Roundup's YouTube link in the description down below. So make sure to go check them out if you haven't already. But until then, that brings the end to the Ankle Breaker podcast episode 22, 23 next week. So I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.